Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to the channel. This is for Gemini singles looking for love. This is for mid-January for Gemini singles. Gemini singles did have, okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be sure to check your other placements as well as the relationship readings. There may be messages for you if you are in separation from your specific person. This is for Gemini singles mid-January 2023. If it resonates and or if you simply enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe so that you can be notified of future content. We are going to go ahead and get started for you. I'm going to go ahead and just flip these guys real quick. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so for you and love, my sweet Gemini, you have desire in reverse. Tristan and Isolde. Tristan and Isolde. Go ahead and get that. Before I go any further, I'm just going to get kind of situated and ready to go here. That is the Chariot card. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse position. That is your situation at this time. You have the Ten of Coins, which is your challenges. That's opportunities or obstacles. We have the Seven of Staves in the reverse position. That is your recent past. We have the Queen of Staves in the upright. That is your higher power card. That is what spirit or your subconscious is trying to tell you. We have the Four of Coins in the reverse position. That is for your near future. You have the Illusion card, which is Ivan and Odette. That is the Moon card. That is for the issues. So repeating patterns and perceptions. So things that you need to end so that cycles don't keep repeating. You do then have the Triumph card, which is the World card. That is Dionysus and Ariadne. I can't say it, I'm sorry. But that is your loved one. So that is the person that is coming in and how you perceive them. You have transformation. Transformation. Did I reverse? Let's see. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Oh, that's the Death card. Transformation is the Death card. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Sorry. I said I just want to make sure that I'm reading. Yes, okay. Transformation is your advice. It is in the reverse position. And then we have our potential outcome is the Four of Cups in the upright position. We will clarify later. So let's go ahead and start with your Chariot. This is you in love, Gemini. They are in the reverse. So the Chariot usually signifies movement, fate, transition, and change. You are in the reverse, so you're being impatient. You're trapped by desires that feel unquenchable. There's inconvenient timing, disregard, or insensitivity to the importance around yourself. So you are definitely struggling with a bit of impatience for what's coming in, or that you feel like you are deserving of a little bit more, which you probably are. But there's desires that just seem to not go away. There's things that you want that just aren't happening as fast as you want or exactly as you want them. So there's delays. You then have the Two of Cups in the reverse position as your situation. So you may be going through a breakup. You may be in separation with your person. It's harmony, partnership, and love. But in the reverse position, it's an infatuation. It's overindulging in sensuality for the sake of an emotional high. So you're almost trying so hard, but you're not being fulfilled. Or you weren't being fulfilled. And now you're kind of in a heartbreak, or you're kind of in a state of depression, or you will be, which leads into a sense of healing, right? real quick, let's just delve a little deeper into that Two of Cups in reverse. So the Two of Cups in reverse is a disconnection, an imbalance, and a miscommunication. So it warns that misunderstandings, miscommunication, and distrust might be shaking the foundation of a relationship. If you're noticing that something is off between you and someone else, trust your intuition. Try to touch base with this individual, communicate openly and authentically, and listen to your heart. Be sure the relationship is equal in terms of trust, effort, and desire. So what you're putting in is what you are getting out of it. Do check the relationship reading for Gemini, because it did talk a lot about a situation that you did have to walk away from, or possibly walk away from, that enough was enough, because you do have to focus on yourself as well as your other person. As said, that could not resonate with everyone, but it is something to look into if you are going through this situation. You do have the Ten of Coins, the Ten of Pentacles. This is your challenges or opportunities. So this kind of touches base on accumulation, prosperity, expansion, and property. It's great satisfaction. It's creating a family to share wealth with. It's a successful accumulation of business plans or an inheritance. So family, community, security, financial security, wealth, and profit. So an opportunity is here for wealth and happiness and stability. The card focuses on sharing and distributing wealth to support and uplift your family and or community. You and your loved ones are feeling financially safe and secure. You could also be entering a new type of community rich in resources, love, and stability, such as a new family through a romantic partnership or a nonprofit that focuses on supporting and elevating others. So as an obstacle or an opportunity, from walking away from the situation or healing from the situation, you are being given an opportunity to have a more stable future, a stable foundation, a secure foundation, and more profitable and prosperous. You do have the Seven of Staves in the reverse position for your recent past, so let's go ahead and touch base on that. Your Seven of Wands is an insecurity and backing down. So the Seven of Wands suggests that your insecurity might be bringing you down instead of igniting your fighting spirit. So what if things seem harder than you expected them to be? It's not impossible to overcome obstacles. Alternatively, the Seven of Wands could warn that your ego and your fighting spirit have let you take things too far. Sometimes it's good to pick your battles. So think about the situation for a moment and figure out what's at the root of all the conflict. Definitely interesting. So you could have been fighting for something a little too long. That, or it's defense, combat, and struggle. It's feeling overwhelmed. It's being your own worst enemy. It's creating problems to distract from what's really going on. So in your past, you could have been dealing with something that you finally had to walk away from, because it's picking your own battles, right? It's choosing the battles that you should be fighting or things that are worth fighting for. Eventually, if you keep fighting, you're going to be exhausted. You're going to be overwhelmed. So you had to walk away. You had to walk away. Whether you actually chose that or you were forced into it, it will be for the better, because you shouldn't feel conflicted in a relationship like that. You shouldn't have to constantly be fighting or arguing and creating problems for yourself so you can actually distract yourself from the root of the problem. Is definitely something to look into, because it can be a defense mechanism. It's better to be distracted by other problems than actually facing and resolving the main issue, right? You then have the Queen of Staves. The Queen of Staves states power, cleverness, and talent. Intelligence and power is applied to creating pragmatic actions, material goods, business expansion, wit and wisdom, enthusiasm, and action support. So you did actually get this in the relationship reading as your own energy, but this is what your spirit or your subconscious is trying to tell you. It's a message that they are trying to give you. Sorry. It's courage and confidence and determination and outgoing personality, charisma, and vision. The Queen invites you to embrace your whole self. Okay? Encouragement to take bold action, or that you are doing too many things all at once. Okay? So just make sure that you are being yourself, loving yourself, filling your own cup, doing what you want, having your needs met, going after what you truly desire. Stop living in the past. Stop thinking of these struggles that held you back, and actually face the issues at hand. And have courage and have the confidence and have determination to seek what you truly want, to take action towards your visions. You have the Four of Coins. That is your near future. The Four of Coins speaks on security and stubbornness, conservatism, fear of letting go, and stability. It also speaks on, let's see here, wealth and inheritance. So again, inheritance, some sort of wealth and stability coming into your life. It is in the reverse position, so it's being miserly with wealth and talents. Conversely, being overly generous and a spendthrift, needing to conserve and protect resources. So if are you terrified of losing what you have? You've achieved your current level of wealth, prosperity, and security thanks to conservatism and stringent money management. So you think you want to stick to this pattern to ensure your security and future prosperity. While this is understandable, the Four of Pentacles wants you to make sure you're not leaning too far into greed, miserliness, or selfishness. So in this case, perhaps you were holding on to the relationship because of a fear of loss. Don't fear that. Okay, because that's not always the intent, and it's not always going to happen. And what easily is obtained is easily lost, right? But you have an abundance in your life. The universe is beside you. So you definitely need to weigh up the pros and cons of, like, you know, here you're being kind of miserly and greedy and whatever, but at what cost are you keeping your wealth? You know, are you losing your spirit? Are you losing yourself? Are you getting self-loathing? Are you losing love? Are you coming from a place of lack, which means you just keep losing and losing and losing, versus being like, you know what, yeah, I would rather be happy, I would rather be healthy, I would rather, you know, things like that is definitely something to think of. As we continue on here, Gemini, you have the Moon card for your cycles of repeat, issues that you need to settle. That is all about shadow work. It's illusion and dreams and fear and anxiety and instinct. So you're being held back by your fears. You're being held back by anxieties. And you're not following instinct, or you're following it too much. You have a basic need for survival. You're in survival mode. This could be due to past relations or family, past trauma, because it's something that tends to repeat itself because you sit with the past so much, and you're ignoring things that need to be healed and ignoring wants and fulfillments. You're falling into illusion because you think that's what it should be, or, you know, you have this fantasy of what should be, so you don't actually focus on any of the actual problems. It's enchanted by love, for better or worse, confused by illusions that may or may not be real, intense emotions, the need to know what's real. So again, that was also in the energy for you, Gemini, in your relationship reading. So definitely something to look into, because you're dealing with shadow work there. You are working on issues that need to be resolved. And if you do not work on them, they're going to continue to repeat. So if you are consistently afraid that someone's cheating on you, then that is what you are going to manifest in your relationships, or you're going to always have that sense of oh, pardon me, sorry. You're always going to have that sense of mistrust in your relationships. You're never going to have that sense of comfort or security or stability because you hold on to it so much. Or you come from a lack of loving family, you end up recreating that for your family as well. Having to be the man of the house, or having to be the the doting mom, and you end up smothering, or you end up being too masculine or too feminine with your children, or, you know, whatever the situation, you recreate, unfortunately. So you have to be able to end these cycles, improve the things that you need to improve on, heal from your experiences and your traumas, and use them to better your life. You don't have to forget things, but you do have to heal, and you do have to move forward. You do have the Triumph card, which is the World card. This is the loved one coming in. Okay, this is how you perceive them, or this is how they will be. So the World is all about expansion, success, travel, and closure. It's about an end of cycles. It's a completion in cycle as well. They speak of triumph after difficulties, feeling supported by the universe, happy closure to a phase of life, travel, and communications. So you could be traveling. You could end up having communications coming to you. It could be completion of a cycle. It could be closure. It could be celebration and unity. So you do have someone coming in here that will help add to your life. So the Fool has reached the end of their journey with the World card. A card that brings a sense of fulfillment, wholeness, and closure. Whatever the long-term goal, a literal or metaphysical journey, a graduation, or even a long-term coming promotion, all the necessary pieces have come together successfully. This particular journey has ended, and you're on to the next phase. If you haven't quite accomplished your goal, you're on the precipice of doing so. This card can also more literally reference a grand journey on the horizon, from studying abroad or backpacking. Traveling could be on the itinerary. So you could really be traveling. You could be traveling with this person. But as said, this person is bringing in a completion, a new phase of life, an end to a cycle. So if you've been hurt, or you were feeling hurt and you're healing from this person is coming in to start this new phase with you. We then have the Death card, Transformation. That is your advice card. It is in the reverse, so denial, resistance to change. When reversed, the Death card indicates that you're resisting a change that's occurring and refusing to accept an ending. You may feel stuck or trapped, or that nothing you do results in the desired outcome. Death suggests that this is because you're holding on to the past, perhaps an old way of doing things or an old relationship, and that you're reluctant to move on. Only by letting go of the past can you truly take the leap and make the change. Changes, endings, beginnings. Stagnation, resisting transformation, the need to move in a new direction, but the inability to do so, rigidity. So be wary of that. It is your advice card. It is cautioning you. Let go of the past. Do not resist change. Transform. Let new beginnings happen. Let endings happen so new beginnings come forth. Okay? What is yours is yours. What is meant for you will never pass you by. The Four of Cups is your outcome, your potential outcome, which is a dissatisfaction and overindulgence and boredom. Taking something for granted, love's talents and beauty, need for a more authentic life, reevaluation of a relationship that feels superficial. So you may have to reevaluate your situation or the past relationship that you're clinging onto so much. But at the same time, I will say that it's introspection, contemplation, complacency, and boredom. The Four of Cups is a mixed bag. It could signal a period of rest and reflection, or it could hint that you're just fine where you are and that you're not interested in more at the moment. Lastly, it could also indicate that you've been stagnating for too long and that you're growing bored. You're too stubborn to shake yourself out of your funk. Regardless of whether you're taking time to meditate and process, or if you're just sitting there bored and restless, the Four of Cups says that the energy surrounding you is stubborn and tough. So you may be struggling with moving on, or you're feeling a little closed off, or perhaps you don't really want to, but you are feeling stagnant. You're feeling bored, but you actually won't put yourself out there either. So it's kind of, as the card says, it's a mixed bag. Can you please clarify the Four of Cups? Four of Cups for Gemini singles. Gemini is looking for love. Gemini is looking for love. Please clarify the Four of Cups. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So you do have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about hard work. You do have the Five of Cups in the reverse position. And then we have the Page of Swords. So you do have a message coming in. Because pages bring news. Speaking on that real quick here. So Eight of Pentacles, you're all about the hard work. You're working hard for something. Perhaps you're manifesting what you desire out of life. It's commitment, it's hard work, it's education, skill development, and investment. So perhaps you want that commitment. You're determined to have commitment. You're looking to build a foundation for a better, more fulfilling future by mastering your skills and putting the time and effort needed to accomplish your future goals. Whether that's investing in a healthy romantic relationship or investing in self-worth and personal growth. The Eight of Pentacles shows that you're laying the groundwork for success. So you do have that coming. You do have the Five of Cups, which does talk about healing, renewal, and possibility. So this card signals that you're finally arrived at the point of healing after a time of great pain, or that the loss you experienced might not be as terrible as it seemed. What you thought was over and done with might still have life in it. Either way, after a period of feeling pretty down, things are starting to look up. Take this as a sign that you're healing and moving on. Which, of course, then you have the Page coming in, which says it's knowledge and a new communication, inquiry, change, brings information, updates, and change. So the Page is focused with the Sword cards are intellect and curiosity. They're strategic, communicative, and logical. When appearing, if you're waiting on results, they should come soon. In love, the Page hints that you and your partner are connected intellectually. There's also a burgeoning, ambitious side to the Page. They're actively looking to uncover opportunities. So you have an opportunity coming in, someone that you can connect to intellectually. We're just going to go ahead and check out news that brings sense to a situation, the possibility to create influence and bring understanding using the power of words. So yes, there is news coming in. You are not going to feel bored and complacent much longer. You are putting in the work. You are going to heal and feel better about this. And then this is going to come in, which is very exciting. Let's go ahead and pull for the Triumph. Can you please clarify the world, what they need to know about their future person? Thank you so much. The Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So again, I said this in the last reading. The twos are usually all about a decision to be made. Whether it is juggling or, so like your Two of Pentacles here is all about juggling, choices, juggling, and balance, the ability to juggle, so taking on too much for now, feeling overwhelmed by demands, and overcommitting oneself. So perhaps you do feel that way in this relationship. You might feel like you're a little like, oh, okay, that's a little too much for me. Or perhaps you have two people coming in. Or again, I guess I should say, since this person is offering a new opportunity, a new cycle, perhaps your Two of Pentacles, you still have this past relationship that you're clinging to, so you do have to make the decision to let that go. You do have the Seven of Wands. I'm really glad that I remembered that, because I was like, oh no, that's definitely the message there. The Seven of Wands, you have defense and combat and struggle. Instability, success is possible, but only after dealing with difficult people or situations that oppose your attentions. Be careful not to let others' mess become yours. So again, you don't want your past person's struggles to become your issue. Let me just grab... you don't want it bleeding into your life, especially, yes, you could absolutely care about this person. You could also still have success with that past person, but it's not going to be without great difficulty. It's self-defense and resilience, determination, and courage. The Seven of Wands thinks that you might be feeling a bit insecure. Maybe you're in a situation where you're forced to defend who you are and what you believe in from those who don't understand or don't agree with you. Perhaps those around you say you should back down or give up. The odds may seem stacked against you, but that doesn't mean that with a little hard work, the ball can't end up back in your court. Don't back down. With determination, courage, and resilience, you can do anything. So definitely make the decision based on how you feel, not what others are telling you. And then we have the Queen of Swords coming in. She is in the reverse position. But see, you have a lot of you have that swords coming in. You have the page of swords bringing you. So you do have the queen of swords here, a susceptibility to influence, cold-heartedness, and over-emotionality. So the clutches and grudges and resentments that keep her away from reason, instead of rising above the pain, she might find herself perpetuating with others. Be careful not to let the act of setting your emotions aside to make decisions turn into letting emotions fester unresolved. Last, don't let your need for independence steer you into isolation. So yes, don't become isolated, don't become cold-hearted, especially if you do get a little resentful of this person, or the decision that you need to be made, the decision that needs to be made. You don't want to be taking this out on this new person, and you want to learn from this. Like, you want to expand and be better than you were, so that you don't keep repeating those cycles. It's brilliance and honesty and wisdom. Wisdom in matters of the heart, may symbolize loss or wounds despite good intentions. Sharp wounds wound people and affect relationships, psychological or emotional manipulation. So you may be feeling a little shut off when this person comes in, especially if you do have to make a decision between them. There could be an ultimatum presented to you, in which you might get a little fiercer, I should say, than you normally would. Let's go ahead and grab some romance cards for Gemini singles. Gemini's looking for love. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and do messages from your person, your past person. Let's see what they have to say. Some of these for Gemini singles. Thank you so much. Oh, any others? Just the one. Or what? Any others? Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. I don't know how this keeps happening, but that's okay. So you got more of these. So I'll read those after. You do only still have the one of these. And let's go ahead and I'll grab you some cosmic insights, and then we'll go ahead and we'll look at these together. This is interesting. This keeps happening. And I don't really know how it keeps happening. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the romance angels first. Okay, yes. So we do have a codependency issue. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So you could be struggling with a codependency, or you did have a codependency in this past relationship where there was a lot of love and infatuation and fantasies that didn't come to fruition. A lot of stagnant energy there. It does say to retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it may be time for you to kind of meditate and focus on yourself. Again, in the last reading, you did have the Hermit, or in the relationship reading, you did have the Hermit. It might be time to have some reflection and introspection and kind of see what you want, see what you desire. Make that Two of Pentacles, right? Make that decision, choosing yourself or the other person, or choosing between two people. It does say you deserve love. You are lovable, Gemini, so don't treat yourself like you aren't, or that you're not whole, that you're not complete, that you're not good enough for other people, because you are. There's just work to be done, and everyone has work to be done. You do have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, quit juggling, make a decision, whether that is to continue working on yourself, choosing a person, or choosing to leave a relationship, or to choose between two people. You do have to make that decision. You have to decide what you want so that you can have more of that greatness come in. It does also say that engagement is coming. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So once you meet your person, you could have this love coming in. So for your past person, or the person that is coming in, we'll see our flip-flopping here. We'll go off of here. There's I wish I could understand you. There's a don't wait for me, please. There's a I can't stop thinking about you. And there's a I long for your kiss. It's not so much that I don't think that this could be your past person, but it's one of those things where you have, this is a very longing, very loving, very lustful emotion and energy, and then you have this please don't wait for me. Please keep moving forward. I wish I could be fully honest with you. We'll go ahead and put that in between. That could be either or. I can't make a decision. I'm going to say that could be either or. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. I'm going to say that is this person here. For your beach insight, which is where these last 3 came from, they only gave you the 1 card for beach insight, which is a very simple deck. Beach times soul. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and make memories. So learn from your past. You can reminisce good times. You can have that. You can have keepsakes, things like that. But you need to learn from the past, and you need to go out there and make new memories. Okay? For cosmic insights, yeah, here we go. We have move on. Someone is unavailable. It's a waste of time and it's over. Okay? Move on. Whether you can come back to this person eventually once healing is done, or that lessons are learned, karmic cycles are ended. That isn't the point of this, but it is a point of you need to do what's right for you, and it needs to be, you can't wait for someone, right? Please don't wait for me. You can't put your life on hold for someone to catch up. You just need to go for it. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It will find you. It will come effortlessly to you. And then you do also have caution, which is find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and put this maybe on the app right here because I don't know if it would be for this situation here. I guess it could be. But they do want you to find out more information and don't overwork yourself. This is also being cautionary to your heart anyway. Do not force something. If you are having to force something, it is not meant to be. It is not for you. It is not the right time. When it is the right time and it is meant for you, it comes right to you effortlessly. It doesn't feel like work. Okay. So thank you guys so much for being with me today. I really appreciate your time. If this resonates with you, please remember to like and subscribe so that you get notified of the new content. And or if you just simply enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys again. Stay blessed.